Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. If this is your first time visiting me, I would like to thank you. While you're here, please like, subscribe, and share this channel. By taking this action, you will be helping the channel to grow. Also, take a moment to read my About page so that you can have some understanding about who I am. I will never copy another person's work, nor will I ever copy another person's title. That is because I am authentically me. This work is a part of my bloodline. I thank you for visiting, and I hope that you will return. Please check out my other videos. All are welcome to check out my other videos if you know what your placements are. Cross-watchers are always most definitely welcome. If you know what your placements are, you should understand your houses so that you can understand more about you. A lot of times when people have their charts done for them, 9 times out of 10, depending on what astrologer that you get to do them, they're accurate by the information that you are able to give them. If the reading is for you, it'll be for you from the beginning of the reading to the end of the reading. However, if you feel as though that you need to take a piece from here and the piece from there to make it fit your circumstances, then the reading is not for you, I promise. When I begin the reading, immediately, if you don't feel like it's for you, I wouldn't listen to anything that I don't understand, that is confusing, and that isn't for me. Simple. It's just like if you're in the car and you're listening to a radio, and if a song comes on and you don't like it, what do? You change the station. Same thing here. When I begin my reading, if the reading is for you, it'll be for you from the beginning of the reading to the end of the reading. As my grandmother would say, from the rooter to the tutor. This is a Cancer reading. Most of you who are familiar with me, you know that I always place the camera on the desk so that you'll be able to watch me shuffle, also to watch me cut the cards and watch them fall out of the deck and me place them. I always like for people to see me do that so that you'll know that the cards are not handpicked, right? But this is a Cancer reading for a male or for a female. If the reading is specifically for a female, I will say so. If the reading is specifically for a male, I will say so as well. But if I say nothing, understand that we all have both masculine and feminine energies. Each and every one of us have masculine and also feminine energies. Thank you. This is a Cancer reading. You know, Cancers are born between June 21st and also July 22nd. Cancer, as we all know, is the sign of the crab, and there are so many connections between them. I have explained this once or twice in previous readings that I've done on my platforms, but please allow me to reiterate. Crabs walk sideways, and Cancerians also like to approach life from an angle rather than head on. Cancerians are known for their tenacity, just like the crab's claws that grip tasty foods and not letting go. Cancerians have very powerful emotions. I know that some people enjoy saying that they are emotional creatures, but I'm different. I love to say that Cancers have very powerful emotions with a strong love for their home and also their family. This is a water sign with the modality of the cardinal, and their planetary ruler is the moon. And many, many, many crabs love shiny things, as we all know. So, some of you, your favorite colors may be silver or gold. Many Cancerians' favorite day of the week is Monday, to whereas a lot of other signs, they dread Mondays because they feel like here we are back to work again or back to school, right? But most Cancerians' favorite day of the week is Monday. They're about that life. Their gemstone is the pearl. But let me break this down to you. Their gemstone is the pearl. However, it could be ruby, it could be a moonstone, the rose quartz, or the emerald. These gemstones represent intuition, emotional depth, and as we all know that Cancer is a nurturer, it also represents their nurturing abilities for people, places, and things. Remember that the ruby is the king of all gems, and it is associated with love, vitality, and confidence. And many of you know what your top 10 traits are. And if not, I will break it down for you. Moody. Yes, Cancer is very moody. I'm a Cancer as well, so I can say that to you. Moody. Easily offended because you're like, you don't know me like that. And you're right. A person doesn't know you like that. But if a person thinks that they can give you their opinion of you, they're the one who's wrong. So yes, you're moody because no one knows you better than you. Easily offended? Yes, you're easily offended because nobody knows you better than you. So how can somebody dare tell a Cancer how they are? You're very defensive. You're going to protect yourself. You're going to protect the people that you care about, that you love, whether it's friends, family, whatever the case may be. You're maternal. You have a maternal instance, and this is why you are the nurturer. Very intuitive, most of you, when you hone into your gifts, tapping in. Very tenacious, which simply means that you keep a firm hold of something or someone. Laughing out loud because Cancer, sometimes you hold on to things and people too long, longer than most, but you're determined. You're determined. That's who you are. You are very determined. As I said before, and I'm going to say it again, Cancers have very powerful emotions. You're very nostalgic. That means you're sentimental of things, places, people from the past. And subject, you're very subjective. You simply based your personal feelings, tastes, and opinions by experiences. So when a Cancer gives someone advice, it's because they're basing it off their personal experiences. That's why a lot of people enjoy speaking to the crab about their difficulties in life because Cancers have a world of experiences when it comes to matters of the heart. Let's speak about the Cancer man. I've spoken about the Cancer man a time or two, but if you are a male, this is such an emotional sign that being a Cancerian man can be very difficult if he is expected to be very macho and detached from things and people. Here is a man who is ruled by his feelings with a strong and deep love for his family and friends, and who needs to form enriching emotional ties with the people around him. Sometimes, this sense of family extends to an entire community, always wanting to help. The Cancer man sometimes is confused by his actions with people. Let me explain. And I have to look at you when I say this because I need for you to understand. If you're dealing with a Cancerian man, a lot of people judge his deeds on the way that he loves, on the way that he cares, as being feminine. That's fucked up, isn't it? They will call him soft. Some may even question his manhood because he's nurturing, because he's caring. True story. But when it's a Cancerian woman who shares all these traits, they don't do that because she's a female. Understand, everyone, each and every one of us, has masculine and feminine energies. Just because a person is loving, caring, it doesn't make him less macho than the next man. Let me just say that. Cancers, we have to be careful with the way that we judge people, I promise you, because it's unfair. And even if he was different, because he likes different things other than you, who is anyone to judge? The Cancer woman, one of the most striking qualities of a Cancerian woman is her strong maternal streak. Males have that as well. It may not be visible all the time, but it is there. Regardless of whether she has a brood of her own children or a collection of friends and family who depend on her, whether she's the auntie, whether she's the best friend, Miss Cancer loves taking care of people. And Cancer females, sometimes that is the very thing that gets you into trouble. Caring about people. Straight up. Serious. The other day when I was on, I don't all the time get a chance to see my messages. But there are often times to whereas I do have people in the background that monitor for me. I do. Whether it's my daughter, whether it's my husband, or even some of my followers that have been with me for a very long time, they may monitor for me because I wear glasses. These come with age, right? I don't see like I used to. But it doesn't mean that these are permanent. There are so many ways to strengthen our eyes, and I just have to take the time to do so. But there was a person on here, and I've been through this a time or two. When people come up here and they talk about religion, I am not for or against. I am not a religious person. I am a free-willed, free-spirited individual. And I've said this a time or two. All humans have free will, which is why we can choose to do right or to do wrong. It's totally up to the individual. I don't knock anybody for their religious convictions. I don't knock a person for their faith, what they believe in, because it's none of my business. What I do here, I am a free-spirited individual. And no, I don't follow any religious practices. Understand, each person needs to understand the law of one, the law of divine oneness, the law of one, of divine oneness, the first and the most fundamental law of the universe. Please understand this, because there was someone that came up here saying, you're a devil, you're demonic. And, my daughter blocked him. I didn't see the message, but this isn't the first time that I've had that happen. But the law of divine oneness, the first and most foundational law of the universe, is the law of divine oneness, which highlights the intraconnectedness of all things. We're all connected in some fashion or form, whether it be to people, whether it be to the earth and all the things that grow from the earth, whether it be the trees, the flowers, the grass, whether it be from the sun, the moon, the star, the sky. We are all interconnected. We're connected through all things. It says that beyond our senses, every thought, action, and event is in some very way connected to anything and everything else. I don't knock a person for what they believe in, and nor do I bash anyone because we may think differently. We may not believe in the same things, and understand that's okay. I have friends and family that are religious, and we don't knock each other. We don't judge each other. If this platform isn't for you, you shouldn't be here. Why would anybody watch something that they don't believe in or they're not trying to run from? Here's another person. Do not turn excuse me, do not turn mediums, do not turn to mediums or seek spirits. That's what it says in the Bible. And that's what it says in the Bible. And you're quoting what someone has written. If that's what you believe in, then you should not be on this platform at all. But understand that, and I'm not going to get religious on you because I do know the Bible from the front to the back. I've homeschooled my children and they even know the Bible. But in my family, we get to pick. No one has to follow the word of the Bible. My family is from the South. And with them being from the South, that's what was taught to them. They were taught to follow something that enslaved. Some of my family members still followed the Bible, and some of them are preachers. Some of them are also spiritual. And even the ones that follow the Bible, let me tell you something about us. We are root workers. That means we work the root. I have a godfather who's a bishop. And what is a bishop? A head of churches, many, from all around. And he's a root worker. So your religious convictions, you can have them. I'm free. I follow the law of oneness. Regardless if we don't pray the same, and if we don't believe in the same things, that means we're going to different places. You yourself may be the one going to hell, but it's definitely not going to be me. People should speak about the things that they know for a fact. And I have been to many places, let me tell you. I've been here and not here and brought back many times, 4 to be exact. So you tell me, what have you seen that was on the other side? if you would like to debate me on what's a fact versus what you read from a Bible that something taught you, because I could damn sure share the things that I've encountered, that I've seen. I hear so many people talk about being reborn, and so many people lie to have a story to tell, but that's not over here. This is a Cancer reading. Absolutely a Cancer reading. And I do speak to spirits. I am a medium. I am also a psychic, first and foremost. And I speak to not just my family, my ancestors, but I can connect with yours as well. And all your secrets I can share, but I don't do that here. You know, people that come up here and they preach Bible, guess what happens? I can tell your many secrets if I chose to. A lot of people ask me, why don't you do that? Because I believe in this thing called karma. And karma can be for or against. And I would rather stand on the right side of her because she's a bitch. So with that being said, let's get to this Cancer reading. And for the person in the back that would like to quote scripture, thank you for posting, because you make my views go up. The more comments, the better. I appreciate you, my brother. Yes. Many religious people follow voodoo. Many religious people follow hoodoo, which are equal. Many religious people, they do believe in root work, because working the root, it simply means that our ancestors didn't have the resources to go to doctors. And so with that being said, they had to create their own from the land that was around them. Who was protecting them? They had to protect their selves and ask for favor. So we work the root. Many of us still practice, and many of us still do, as I am one. So let's get to this reading. I see you. You're a Cancer. This is a Cancer reading for a male or for a female. Let us get started. You know, we all have free will. So you have free will to stay here for this reading, because I know you're interested. You have that right to stay here. And thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Also, like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube platform as well. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate you. And to all my religious people, come on. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel as well. Thank you. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for the sign of Cancer. Show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. And this bell is how I call on my ancestors, my crossed over loved ones. I am a messenger. And with me being a messenger, everything that I hear, see, feel, taste, I bring it to my readings. When people ask me, how come your readings are so accurate? It's only because I'm a vessel. I'm a messenger. So I call on my spiritual team. To my religious people, when I ring this bell, this is how it's delivered. Thank you. Spirit guys. Woo, that was fast. That was quick. Cancers, that was fast and that was quick. I love this. Let's see what's going on. Breaking news, Cancers. Breaking news. Focus on the now, Cancer. Focus on the now. We often forget to live in the present because we are too busy dwelling on the past and worrying about the future. Spirit says to remain in the present moment at all times. Cancers, at the beginning, as I started, you are very nostalgic. You love going back to the past, thinking about how things used to be, how they were, whether it was good, bad, whether it made you feel happy or sad. You like romancing about the past, romancing about the better times in your life. Cancers, you even love to collect, whether you go to flea markets, right? Whether you're going to a secondhand store, you love to collect antique things. That's what crabs do with their pinchers. Nothing wrong with that. However, when you focus on things from the past that hurt you, you hold on to negativity. And we know, cancers, we hold on to people, places, and things longer than we should. Spirit wants you to let go of the past and be right here, right now, in this present moment. Don't even worry about the future. Be right here, present in the moment, because good things will be provided to you. Connect with yourself, connect with your spiritual team. It doesn't matter if you're religious, it doesn't matter if you're spiritual. Connect with your ancestors, connect with your archangels, connect. Ask for guidance, ask for help, ask for support. My prayer warriors, you get on your knees and you pray. My spiritual people, you sit on your buttocks, and as we call in Indian style, cross your legs and you meditate. They are equal. There are no difference. And guess what? To whereas I may say universe, you may say God. You also may say Jesus Christ of Nazareth. You may say Allah, you may say Buddha, whomever you pray to. Understand the law of oneness that I just explained. We just serve one, but that one has many names. This just in, Cancer. This just in. Spirit wants you to be grateful. You have been focusing so much on things you do not have that you never get to appreciate the things that you do have. Take this time to embrace all of what and who is around you. That is what really matters, Cancer. Cancers, you're focusing on what you don't have. Even if it's a person, if someone crossed over and you may be grieving them, don't focus on how we feel like in this realm they're not here anymore. So you miss the conversation, the hug, the love that you have for them. HAVE, have. You still do. Understand that we have angels. And when a person crosses over, they become an angel. They become our ancestor. They become our guardian angels, most of them. And you can still connect if you are someone who's missing someone that's crossed over into another realm. Understand that they become a spirit. Even in the Bible, it speaks about spirits. And spirits are our loved ones. Even if a person wasn't related to you that may have crossed over, it's someone that you cared about and you still do care about. Present tense. It's okay. Call out, speak, ask for help, ask for guidance. But every time you think about them, understand that they're thinking about you. And when you speak out loud to them and you're saying you miss them, pay attention to everything around you. Everything. They're always showing us signs that they are still with us. So pay attention to your surroundings. Listen, it's time for you to embrace all of who is good for you. Everybody that surrounds you, thank you for the heart. Embrace everything that makes you feel good. If something is making you feel uncomfortable, if something or someone is making you uncomfortable, it's time to release. Spirit wants you to be graceful of what you have. Even if someone has crossed over, you still have them. They are this close to you. We mourn the physical of the person, but they're always with us, and you can reach out. They hear you, I promise. Breaking news. Spirit says you are to remain drama-free. I needed this card before I spoke to that individual, right? But sometimes you have to enlighten people. But Spirit wants you to remain drama-free. Don't let others pull you into a world of stress and mental turmoil. Remain in your tranquility, Cancer, and avoid anything and anyone that is disturbing your peace. Thank you for the heart. Listen, don't let others pull you into their misery. What I just did is something that I should not do, is to explain to a person for them to have understanding. Sometimes people lack knowledge, and isn't it beautiful that we can all research, whether you're like me, old school, who enjoys going to a library, or you can go to a bookstore, or for my computer people, simply Google, right? That's all you have to do is to learn. There's more than this good book that they call the Bible. There are so many other books. A lot of us don't share in the same things. Let me explain me to you. I am a Cancer, absolutely. I was raised in a church. But even though I was raised in a church, I went to Catholic school. And with me going to Catholic school, what do you have to do for your Catholic school to be discounted? You have to take communion. So yes, here I am. Did the Baptist religion, did the Pentecostal, to whereas I could only wear a skirt and a dress. Went to Catholic school. Guess what happens there? You take communion, you go to Mass. But what do Catholics believe in? Anyone that's a Catholic, should we explain to people? Do they or do they not perform exorcisms? If they perform exorcisms, why would they do that? Because of demonic spirits. Spirits are all around us, whether good or bad. The Bible speaks of spirit. Lazarus, should we talk about, who was deceased, crossed over, but he was woken up to be asked a question. How did they raise this man? If this is not a good thing to do, to speak to spirit, why would Lazarus be asked a question? And what did Lazarus say? Why have you waken me up? What do you want with me? Those sleeping bones. I connect to spirit. I'm a medium. And I love connecting to spirit. I get to speak to my mom. I get to speak to my dad. I get to speak to my sister, my grandparents, and so on. When I do readings for people, whomever comes in, I'll give a message from their family members, friends, or whomever the case may be. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? Mediums, we get the choice of who we allow to come in. If it's a demonic spirit, we can push them away and not allow them to come in. We set boundaries, some of us. Some of us do not. And many take messages, no matter if there's someone with a spirit that's disturbed, that's uncomfortable, or a peaceful spirit. So, with that being said, don't let yourself get pulled into a world of drama from anyone that lacks information. You were raised Catholic, so you definitely understand what I'm saying. I wasn't raised Catholic, but I did go to Catholic school for quite some time until I begged my mom to put me in public so I can wear regular clothes and not uniform. And guess what? In Catholic school, I used to get so many demerits. I was sent to the office all the time because I asked questions. And some questions they say you shouldn't answer. I saw things in school. Other sisters who would walk the hallway and they would wonder, how did she know that this particular person used to work here? That was me. And guess what? When it couldn't be explained, let's give her a demerit. She's picking, she's taunting, and that I was. You went through the same thing. Hello, sis. Hello. But yeah, breaking news. Don't let others pull you into a world of drama. Let me tell you, you must remain drama-free. The only time this card comes out is when something beautiful is about to happen for you, Cancer. And Spirit is telling you, you must remain in control because you can't allow anyone to stop your blessing and what's for you. So Spirit wants you to remain drama-free. Don't let others pull you into a world of stress and mental turmoil. Remain in your tranquility. That's your zen. And avoid anything or anyone that is disturbing your peace. No matter who it is, avoid them. In other news, Cancer, Spirit wants you to allow love into your life. Oh, Cancer, is there someone here who's pushing away love? Allow it into your life. The door of love and romance is open for you. Let your guard down and welcome it. Spirit says you deserve it. So I'm speaking to a Cancer that's pushing someone away. And maybe, just maybe, you're afraid. You are afraid that this person may hurt you like someone from your past did. But understand, Cancer, everyone is not the same. But what people also have to understand about a Cancer is that these pinchers, these claws is how they defend themselves. So they love to protect who they are. Nobody, no sign wants to be hurt. So with that being said, you're pushing away people, or you're specifically pushing away a person. Spirit is saying, allow those pinchers to come down a little. It doesn't mean that you can't protect yourself, but the door of love and the door of romance is right here, and you can have it if you believe and trust. That doesn't mean to ignore red flags. You must be aware of the red flags. If anyone makes you feel uncomfortable, if you have to question anything about a person, then that means that's not the person for you. Use your discernment, Cancer. Use your intuition. You are very intuitive. Now, the ego gets you in trouble. Because what does ego tell you? I can fix him. I can fix her. Oh, they may treat that person like that, but they will never treat me like that until they do. The red flags, stop ignoring them, Cancer, because that's a habit. You always ignore the red flags. At the bottom of the deck, Cancer, there will soon be cause for celebration in your life. Remember this card? I told you this card only comes out when something beautiful is about to happen. Breaking news. Spirit says you are to remain drama-free. Don't let others pull you into a world of stress and mental turmoil. Remain in your tranquility and avoid anything or anyone that is disturbing your peace. Here we go. Breaking news. At the bottom of the deck, there will soon be cause for celebration in your life, Cancer. Spirit says, get ready to call up family and friends to propose a toast to you on your achievements. Something is about to happen. And guess what? Don't let anybody take you away from what's going to happen for you. Celebrate. And to my Bible thumper, one more thing, because I'm petty like that. I'm a Cancer. They say in the Bible that Jesus Christ of Nazareth died for our sins. That's what they say. They say that they hung him on the cross. They put the nails in his hands and put the nails in his feet. You get on your knees and you pray to the Spirit. You ask favor from this Spirit. You cry to the Spirit. A spirit. But it's a spirit. But the Bible says we should not speak to spirit, but yet we pray to spirit. Not we, I'm just saying you. Make it make sense. I'm just saying. I'm a free spirited individual, and I call upon my ancestors. I call upon my spiritual team. Cancers, let's get to this reading. That was your opener. Let's get to this reading. Let's get to this reading. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is doing well. Hello, how are you? Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for whomever needs to hear it. Show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Spirit guides, what message do you have for Cancer? We are going to do, guess what I'm going to do? We're going to change this up. Anyone that knows me knows that I love doing a 9-card spread, but we're going to do an ancient pyramid spread. You know, I haven't done this spread in some years, but we're going to do an ancient pyramid spread, right? And that's us connecting with our ancestors. So let's do something different for the Cancerians, right? We're going to do an ancient pyramid spread. Spirit guides, what message do you have for Cancer? Thank you for that. I have someone in the background reading my messages for me. And I promise you, if I don't say anything, I'm not ignoring you at all. It just simply means I cannot see. I wear these, right? You see how thick these are? I wear these, right? But we're doing an ancient pyramid spread. And guess what? It's still a 9-card spread. I love my 9 cards, but we're going to do it in a pyramid way for you. I don't do reversals. If this was a private one-to-one reading, I will do a reversal in my private readings, but I'm not doing a reversal. Any reversals, not taking any. We have a bonus card, which I'm going to place here. Well, not necessarily. We don't have to. That's our 9-card spread. Cancers, we're starting off with the Knight of Swords. You know, when the Knight of Swords appears in a reading, this is someone who's very ambitious. You're a go-getter. You are a leader. You are a self-starter, Cancer, right? You are action-orientated, right? Your ambition. There's something that you want to do. And you need to start pushing things aside for you to get it done. It's so important for you to do that for yourself. You know, I forgot what sign that I had this same message for, a whole different deck of cards. And please excuse me, I think it was just a general reading. So with that being said, the Knight of Swords is here. You're ambitious. You have a goal. There's something that you want. There's something that you want to do. Spirit says, get to it. Get to it, Cancer. Because guess what? There will soon be cause for celebration in your life. Spirit says, get ready to call up family and friends to come propose a toast to you on your achievements. Whatever this is for you, Cancer, the time to do it is now. Focus on you. You are ambitious. If it's about starting a business, do it. A new job, take it. Move, get out of Dodge, go somewhere different, right? Get away from the people who are disturbing your peace, whatever it is. I'm using these things as an example, but you are very ambitious. You are determined. That's your name. That's another name for you, Cancer. You are determined. So whatever it is that you desire to have for yourself, get it done. You are a leader, a self-starter. Get it done. We have the number 9, which is the Hermit. The Hermit, what is the Hermit? The Hermit is a one-man or one-woman army. The Hermit is someone who is alone. This is a person who is soul searching. What do you do, Cancer? You're very nostalgic. You go back to your past. You think about the past, the good things from the past, things that hurt you from the past. No more soul searching. As I've said in many of my readings, you can't change the past. We all know that. But what can you do? We learn from it. And we learn so that we can grow, so we don't encounter those same situations. A lot of people are soul searching because they want to heal childhood wounds or even adult wounds. They want to heal the traumas from the past so that they can have a beautiful and new beginning. Thank you so much for those roses, Cancers. Right now, this is the time for you to let go. Let go of the things that you cannot change so that you can heal. It's easier said than done. I promise you, I know. And it takes time. Some people, it takes decades to heal. Some people never heal at all, and they live with trauma. But there are so many ways that you can heal from trauma. I promise. I promise. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a licensed psychologist, right? But guess what? Soon I'll be able to give advice, right? I'm working on something in the background. So legally, I will be able to give advice soon. But right now, legally, I can't give any advice. But there are so many ways that you can heal. We have the number 13, which is the Death card. This is a Scorpio card. Putting an end to the past for your new beginning. Transformation, growth. You want to change. You don't want to keep going back to the past, but you can't let it go because it's always on your mind. And then you do want to let it go. And then you can't let it go. And then you do want to let it go. Guess what? Let's just let it go. When you can understand that you can't change anything that transpired, that begins the process of healing. There's nothing that I can do. There's nothing that I can do. So now that you know there's nothing you can do about a past situation, now there is something that I can do. I can learn from it. I can grow from it. And anyone that hurt you, what you can say, that's who they are. It has nothing to do with me. It's who they are. And that begins the growth. I promise you, that begins the growth. I spoke about this. My family was putting together a family reunion, and they still are. And I was invited to participate, and it was a cousin's family reunion. And the leader of that family reunion was my cousin who molested me as a child. And it didn't sit well with me. Not that I have any intentions on going to the family reunion. I joined the Zoom call. I joined with my head held high because I've already spoken to him. I've already let it be known to the family what was done to me by him. So my family was split, right? When I joined the family reunion video, everybody was like, hey, 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 right? Shocked. I knew I was coming there to disturb demons. So I said to my family in my house, I said, he won't be here long. Second Zoom call, guess what happened? I joined again. This time, he couldn't even look in my direction. He looks sideways. And I'm like, he's not a crab. Crabs, we walk sideways and we go in on an angle. We never get you straight forward. We don't want you to see us coming. So once again, I'm disturbing the demons. And then the very next day, he wrote a letter. He was like, I have to bow out of the family reunion. And that's how you stay grounded. You'll always make people shiver and shake when you do right. You'll always disturb someone's demons. You'll always make somebody uncomfortable when you stay grounded, when you stay solid, and when you stay connected to self. Whatever happened to you, Cancer, there's nothing you can do to change the circumstances. But right here, right now, you can focus on this very moment. How do I want to proceed? Do I want to live in my pain or do I want to move forward? The Death card, I'm glad it's here, this Scorpio card. As I said, death. There's someone here who could have lost someone. And I say that in the terms of us in this realm, right? You don't ever lose anyone. If someone has crossed over in your life, they crossed over into another realm. The soul, the spirit in us, it never dies. It's for eternity. It's infinity. It lives forever. And that's how we are able to connect with our ancestors, our crossed over loved ones. There's someone here that's putting an end to the hurt, to the pain of the past, not the crossed over loved one. And if someone crossed over, I send to you my condolences. But for a person that reminisces about all the pain, the hurt, it's time to let go. Easier said than done, but you have to work on it. Put it into it. Accept what has happened. But you are acknowledging it hurt you. It was painful. But you don't want to keep living there and revisiting it. You want to transform. And how do you transform? By putting that to bed so you can be in the present. By not allowing what happened control you, rule you at all. You want to change. And things are changing for you in a wonderful way, Cancer. I promise Things are changing for you in a wonderful way, right? Cancers, we have the King of Swords. As I said, you're a natural born leader, right? You give wise counsel. People adore you. You speak truth. And when you speak truth, it does make people uncomfortable. When you speak truth, they try to twist your words, slant your words to make you seem like you didn't say what you just said when you know exactly what you said. They try to confuse, but you can't confuse this Cancer, whomever I'm speaking to. Cancer, stand your ground. You're very intellectual. This King of Swords, I'm glad this King of Swords is here. You are defending who you are, not to the people, but to yourself. I am better than what happened to me. I am stronger than what happened to me. Whether somebody criticized or hurt you verbally, physically, mentally, or emotionally, I am not what happened to me. I am not what they think. And what they think has nothing to do with who I am. And it doesn't, Cancer. What a person thinks about you has nothing to do with you. Right? That's their business. We have the number 6, which is the Lovers. Isn't it beautiful that the Lovers card is here? Because remember, this card, Spirit wants you to allow to my single Cancers. Spirit wants you to allow love into your life. The door of love and romance is open for you. Let your guard down and welcome it. Spirit says you deserve it. So Cancer, oh, you wish you had a Mr. Right, or you wish you had a Mrs. Right. And then when they come, you don't want them. Get out of my face. But you keep calling them in. Here's the Lovers. Do you want it or not? Do you want it or not? And yes, I am laughing at you. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you for that. I'm laughing at you because do you want it or not? You keep calling it in, and when it comes in, you push it away. This Lovers card is all about a relationship because you desire to have a successful one. And you keep pushing them away because you don't want to waste your time. But how do you know if you're going to waste your time or not if you give it no time? You shut it down as soon as it says hello. Get out my face. But a soulmate is coming. And a soulmate means simply that is someone that you connect with on a spiritual level, on a soul level. It doesn't mean that you and this soulmate won't have problems, because every relationship has problems, but it's how you handle them, it's how you work them out, right? But this is a soulmate. This is someone that you are going to connect to, and they will also connect to you. You're calling them in, and as you continue to call them in, tell the universe what you desire to have in them. And the same things that you desire to have in a person, make sure that you can produce the same thing. So if you want an honest person, you make sure you're going to be honest to them. If you want a loyal person, you make sure you're going to be loyal as well. If you want someone to be there for you all the time, when you say things like that, when they are around you all the time, then don't get mad because you're like, I need my space. No, you called them in like this, someone to be up under you. So make sure whatever you're calling in, whomever you're calling in, that you're calling everything in that you will be able to do and give. We have the Ten of Swords. See that Ten of Swords? This is why you keep pushing them away, Cancer. You've been stabbed in the back so many times, and the Ten of Swords means that you don't want to be hurt again. Another knife can't fit in your back. There's no more room for any pain, for any hurt. The Ten of Swords is the end of a difficult cycle. That's that death card. The end. The number 13, the end. Because you're going to stop giving people passes. When you see the red flags, you're no longer going to ignore them. You have some clarity. You have some insight. You know what you need to do this time around when you decide to open the door to love and romance. See, it's open on spirit's end, but you need to allow it to come in. You're blocking the way. So stop standing in front of the door, move to the side, and allow it to come in. Love, romance, everything that you desire, everything that you've been manifesting, allow it to come in, Cancer. We have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands, victory. You will have your victory. And guess what? This public recognition, all eyes on you. Ooh, Cancer. They didn't think that it would be you. Why did they doubt you, Cancer? Who are these fools? Why did these fools doubt you? Because the goal, when we do the ancient pyramid spread, the goal or the desire, that's the first card. And your goal, your desire is you taking action. You have a desire to have love, to experience love the right way, the way that you see it. And you've been calling it in. That's your first card. Your goal is to have a successful relationship. That's your desire. You've been calling it in. And the divine advice is you do a little soul searching, but not the kind that you've been doing. Because the kind of soul searching that you've been doing, you've been holding on to all this hurt and pain, and you keep going back to those moments of who shot John, who shot Jane. Let go of that and do some introspection. What could I have done? If things could have been better if I didn't ignore the red flags. But Cancers, with these pinchers, we hold on to things too long. And there's nothing wrong with it to a point. And the obstacle that we have is putting an end to the past. That's the obstacle that we have. You're afraid to embrace this change. But guess what? No matter what, this change is happening. The door of love and romance is open. It's happening. But you have to work with the energy of putting an end to the past hurt, the past pain. Because this change is happening. No matter what, this change is happening. And the next step, you give wise counsel to many people, but you have to use it for yourself. The next step, anything that you would say to a friend, to a family worker, to a co-worker, when you give advice, give yourself that same advice, but apply it and use it, because you give great advice. You're very intellectual. You are a leader. That's why people do come to you. And the current status is the lovers. You've been calling this in. You want it, then you don't. It's coming. It's coming. So stop pushing it away. Everybody is not your past person. They are not your past. Anybody that you've dealt with from the past, they're not it. He, she, they're not it. No matter what you may have gone through, this person is not going to treat you the same way. They're not going to do you like how the other person did. And the recent event, this was the recent event. You've been stabbed in your back too many times, and you are like, I can't take another knife. I can't take any more pain. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for those hearts. Thank you. But you can't take it. You have insight, and you're putting an end to those difficult situations. But let me say something. This is not advice. I'm just going to talk. When you meet new people, right? And you sit there when you want to get to know them, and then you start telling this person so much about you, take doorsteps with that. Because sometimes we can be given information to an enemy. It doesn't mean that this person that you're about to meet is Mr. Right or Mrs. Right. It means that you're going to be meeting someone, but you have to use your discernment. You are very intuitive. So you don't want to be informing someone who may use your past pain against you. See, this is what you call building a foundation. The foundation, you're going to lay it together. You're going to get to know each other. First, make sure that they are free and clear, that they are not involved with anybody. You're not involved with anyone. So now you begin to lay the foundation. So when you lay the foundation, are we using cement? Or are we just going to stand in the sand? Because if we're using cement requires water, and it requires broken up rocks. It requires now some of that sand to come in it, because we need everything to pack it all in to have a solid foundation. And you talk about things slowly. You get to know them. You don't give them so much of yourself, because sometimes with people, you know what they do? They use everything that you give to them, and they turn it back around and they try to hurt you with it. So this time we're going to recognize the red flags. We're not going to ignore them. We're going to take our time with whomever this is. So it doesn't mean that as soon as we get off this video and you step outside and someone walks up to you, be like, hey, you look good. Can I get your number? It doesn't mean you're going to give that person your number. Now, here go person number 2 the next day. You're going to use your discernment. Energy is so important. How does that person make you feel when they say hello? Because I know sometimes if a person says hi to me, I'm like, ew, they make me feel squeamish. So now you disturbing me. I know that there's no conversation over here. You have to use your energy wisely. You're a very intuitive Cancer. So please use your energy wisely. If someone makes you feel uncomfortable, don't ignore that. If someone makes you feel good, then you take your time with it. Don't rush into it. Take your time with it, with them. It's so important. And listen, let's talk about it. We really got to dive into this. Your past. Ooh, Cancer, your past. Your past. It was the 6 of Wands. You felt like it was not going to end. You were like, I'm going to stay in this no matter what. You wanted that victory. You didn't want to have to start over with anyone. So you sat there and you took their BS. But the 6 of Wands means that you deserve this victory. Let me just tell you. And you're going to receive public recognition on your strength. But people are going to dislike that. Nobody ever wants to see another person win when they have a grudge against them or they have this hidden animosity. Your new person, there's going to be a lot of jealousy. There's going to be a lot of envy, but you'll be able to see it this time around. Why does Cancer get to be so happy? Why do Cancer get to celebrate? Because remember, in other news, there will soon be cause for celebration in your life. Spirit says, get ready to call up family and friends to propose a toast to you on your achievements. And you know what your achievement is? You're happy. And you know, miserable people, they love company. And you can't be anybody's company. You're moving yourself away from that shit. Past events again. Let's talk about it. The Queen of Swords. Past event. Both of them. You're clear. You don't want this Ten of Swords. You can't afford for anyone else to come into your life to hurt you. And you're going to be direct with whomever you meet. You're like, look, I'm not here to play games. I'm not here to waste time. Are you involved with someone? Yes or no? Are you married? Do you have a girlfriend? Because I'm not fighting over you. Do you have a boyfriend? I'm not fighting over you. Are you clear? You know how at the airport they say if you buy this plan that, what is it called? Free and clear line. You can move past standing in lines when you're going on vacation. But even sometimes that doesn't even work out and you have to stand in line with the other folks. You don't have time to stand in line. Are you clear? Are you free? Are you not with anybody? Because I don't fight over men. I don't fight over women. I don't argue with anybody. Do I have to watch my back? Are you clear? Because you're going to be direct. You're independent. So I can see your apprehensiveness of not wanting to get involved with anyone. But then you keep calling them in. And when they come, you're like, I like this freedom. But then you want somebody, but you like the freedom. I'm just saying, Cancer. And the last card that we have, the purpose of this whole reading, the number 8 is your strength. Strength. Do you know how strong you are, Cancer? Because sometimes people or a person can make you doubt who you are. They can make you doubt yourself as if they're your mama or your daddy. You know how when your mama or daddy, when they chastise you, they may say some hurtful things. And you be like, well, they are my mom or dad. I can't say anything. They're right. This not your mama. This not your daddy. Guess what? You know this. And you're standing in your strength. The number 8 is actually a very spiritual number. And it symbolizes mental stability and a positive mindset. You're in a good place right now. And you don't want anybody to disturb the good place that you're in. Your guardian angels are giving you a heads up about the abundance that's coming your way. Remember this abundance, this card that you will be celebrating, and you'll be calling up friends and family. Material abundance, financial, career success, maybe moving up the ladder, starting your own business, whatever the case may be, you're going to be celebrating. And you do need to find balance between the spiritual and material aspects in your life in order to live as abundantly as possible. You're like, yes, I want a partner, but I don't want anybody to disturb the groove that I'm in. I like being alone, but I want a partner. You know, Aquarius acts like this too, Cancer. See, Aquarius loves to be alone, let me tell you. And as soon as Aquarius meet someone, they're like, oh, I'll go on a date with them. We'll have dinner. And as soon as they have dinner, they're like, I changed my mind. I could do bad by myself. And they don't even know the person, but they're very intuitive. Use that type of discernment, right? Use that type of discernment. You need to stand in your strength. Thank you so much for that. I saw that. Thank you. We have at the bottom of the deck, the Magician. And this is how we end it. This is the bottom of the deck. One of my favorite cards is the Magician, let me tell you. See, the Magician is magic. A lot of people don't believe in magic. I hope you do. Because the Magician has an awareness about him or her. They are strong. They stand in their strength. The Magician is very confident. And when they manifest, they know that they can have whatever it is that they desire. But they also know that they won't get everything. Let's just say if a magician was standing in front of an audience and about to do a magic trick, and the magician says, I'm about to pull 2 rabbits out of the hat. And then when the magician says, abracadabra, and sticks his hand in the hat, guess what happens? And he only pulls 1 out. The audience is like, That's not the kind of audience I want to stand in front of, because as long as I can pull 1, I'm happy with that. Because imagine if there was none. So yes, you said you will pull 2 rabbits out, but you only got 1. The magician knows that he or she could ask for whatever they want to whomever they pray to. And they know that they will receive, but they won't receive everything. Understand that's magic in itself. So understand your strength. The Magician is also the number 1 card, let me tell you. And the number 1 is all about beginnings, right? Because the number 13, the Death card, transformation and change, this number 1 coincides. It's all about new beginnings. It's newness and change. The number 1 encourages you to be assertive. That means do not ignore the red flags. You know, if you go out on the first date, wear some sneakers just in case you got to run to your car and be like, this ain't it. But it also means for you to take the initiative in your life. You know what you want versus what you don't. You know how much you're going to put up with versus how much you will not put up with. But the number 1, when it comes to love, when it comes to romance, this is a fantastic sign for those of you who are looking for that special connection, that deep kind of love. Angel number 1 means true love is coming. Intense, passionate, long-lasting. If you don't push it away. It's up to you, Cancer. It's up to you. I'm going to pull 1 card to close this reading. But thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the new follows. I am truly grateful to each and every one of you. But the most important thing is thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. I know my readings are long. You know what? I'm going to do this ancient pyramid for the remainder of the zodiac signs. You know, I haven't did this in over a year, but why not? Why not? It's still my 9 card, let me tell you. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for the sign of Cancer. Show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. Cancer. Oh, 1 flipped over. I could have pulled it, but I want it to fall out. I could have pulled it. If it comes back, I'll take it. Oh, I can't let all of them fall out. All I want is one card, but it's up to the spirits. I got it. I got one. You may like it and you may not. But guess what? It's love. Let's put them all together. It's all about love. The first card you got about love was Spirit wants you to allow love into your life. The door of love and romance is open for you. Let your guard down and welcome it. Spirit says you deserve it, Cancer. The number 6 is the Lovers, right? This is for the lover in you. Let me just say that. But the number 6, right, in numerology is associated with family. It's a perfect number. It's a destiny number, as you have heard me say so many times. And it represents the planet Venus. It can also symbolize natural leadership abilities. Cancer, you are a natural leader. The King of Swords, did you forget that came out? The King of Swords is someone that is very intellectual. You smart. You give great advice. And you speak the truth. You are a leader. You possess those qualities. The number 6 is also a master number. And a focus on you, a focus on your own needs, and a focus on your growth. Letting go of the past and being right here in the present moment. So when the number 6 appears to you, it's because you are facing a difficult time. Do I want this person to come? Yes, I do. And when they come, I change my mind. Then you're sitting there and you're a little lonely. Well, yeah, I wish I had somebody to watch this movie with. I'm tired of eating dinner with my associates or alone. Or I want him to be tall. I want him to be. And then as soon as they come, you change your mind again. That's a difficult situation. You are facing a difficult situation because of you having this hurt, this pain, people stabbing you in your back, people that you thought that you can trust. But this bonus card that we have, this is the number 17. Love surrounds all your connections, and it does. So move forward positively in all areas of your life. It's time for you to move forward in every area of your life, Cancer, because love surrounds you. And at the end of the day, Cancers equal LOVE. It really does. It equals love. You want it. You can taste it. Stop pushing it away. But use your discernment. Be picky. You have the right to be picky. Be picky with your energy, with your time, and ask the right questions. Are you free and clear? I'm not arguing with anybody. I'm not fighting over anybody. I don't want baby mama drama. I don't want baby daddy drama. I know I'm good over here, but I need you to be good over there. Cancers, I wish you nothing but success. I wish you nothing but happiness. And I thank you so much. I will be posting this video on my YouTube platform. And thank you so much for your time. I know that my readings are long. I'm trying to do better. Right? But maybe this is my best. Is to give you as much information as I possibly can. Right? I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. I'll send to you nothing but love and light. Good night. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, wait. I will be doing a giveaway. I have 2 decks, right? I will be doing a giveaway. I have not done a giveaway in quite some time, right? Excuse me. I have not done a giveaway in quite some time. And I got these decks on sale. Now, in my regular vicinity, this is one of my favorite decks. Believe in Your Magic. This is one of my favorite decks that I use often, but not as often as I should, because I like to switch up the decks. But I'm going to be giving, let me cover my price tag, but I'm going to be giving away this deck. And I don't use this one as much as I should. And I like this one as well, right? Let me cover my price tag, but I'm going to be giving away this deck as well. And maybe I'll pull this out tomorrow. Maybe I will. But I'm going to be giving it to someone that I'm going to ask a question. So if you pay attention to my readings, the answer should be easy. The Wild Unknown Tarot. And it's a deck, it's a guidebook in here. I believe, I'm not sure, but I think there's a guidebook in here as well. I'm not sure. I don't believe in using guidebooks because I believe that anytime that you get a deck, that you should spend time with it, right? And what I mean by spend time with it, connect to your deck. Look at every card. When you look at the card, focus on it. What are you feeling? What are you seeing? How do you connect to it? After you've gone through all the cards in your deck, speak to your deck. Because your deck is going to give to you what you give to it. You always respect the deck, because that's your spiritual team that comes in to help you with the readings. I often hear people say, well, I got this deck and it didn't work for me because you didn't put your energy in it. You didn't use it. Now, anytime I send anyone a deck, and Dawn was one of my first followers, true story. And with her being one of my first followers, she's been riding with me as long as I've been on this platform on TikTok. So I sent her out a deck. I sent her out a journal, because journaling is also something that's important to me as well, right? And it should be important to you, especially a dream journal. That's one of your most important journals, is to be able to write down your dreams. It's so important to write down your dreams, because you never know what messages are being delivered to you. And a lot of times when people can't hear, right? When they don't see, when they don't feel, when they don't taste, you miss messages when you're not focused. But in your dream, your sleep is when you're at rest, and your team will come in and they'll deliver a message to you. And it may be in an unconventional way, because you may think like, oh, I had the craziest dream in the world. But there's always a message within that dream. So write it down. And if it doesn't make sense today, a week from now, come back to it and it may make sense. And then if you wrote down another dream, it may coincide with that one, and then you're able to figure it out. But I used to give away journals. I do have a journal out. The next reading, I'll put that journal with this. But I am going to believe in your own magic. This is one of my favorite decks. When I do sit and read for myself, This is one of my go-tos, right? That I'll read for myself with. This one I haven't used in a while, which I should pull it out, right? If I showed you my I showed my area before, so I'm not going to do it again. We're a little messy over here, but I'm not messy like that, but the way I like to be organized, right? But in this one is really good too. But connect with your deck. Yes, I do private readings. I do private readings. I have a website. If you go to the front of my page, and when you go to the front of my page, click the link and it'll take you over to my personal website to book a reading with me. I do mediumship readings to whereas I connect with spirit. I do psychic readings and I do blended readings to whereas you can do a mediumship and psychic together. I also do tarot readings as well. And so I do 30-minute readings. I do 1-hour readings. But before you book a reading, I always advise everyone to really look at my website, read over it to make sure I'm who you want, right? You should always be able to feel. Always be able to feel and to make sure that you're connecting to the right person. I promise you that. That's so important. So read over my information and then you're welcome to book an appointment with me. My daughter is on my website. Her name is Alberta Butterfly, which you see her in the comments. If you do book with her, she's weekends only, meaning Friday, Saturday, Sunday only, not during the week. With me, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm all of them. See, I told you I want to go to karaoke, right? That's how I sound. But you're welcome. You're very welcome. And thank you for the gifts. Thank you so much. But I'm going to be doing a giveaway. I'll pull out the journal that I'll be adding to the giveaway. And let me give you a rule. I have no rules, but I have one. The last giveaway I did, there was a gentleman, and I said, guess my favorite number. Now, just one. All you need is one. Just any number that I've ever spoken about. And I'm like, yo, this is my favorite number. Just one. I'm just saying. He put 3 of my favorite numbers, and I thought it was funny. So I sent him a deck. But when I ask a question and you answer based on something that I mentioned up here, all it requires is one answer because I have to be fair to everyone. But then he was like, I never won anything before in my life, which it was a beautiful thing. But when you get your deck, clean them. It's important to cleanse your decks because my energy is going to be on them. You see me handling them. You see me touching them. And you may not like my energy. You may not want my energy attached to your tarot cards. So always clean your cards. If I sent you a journal, clean it too. And how do you clean it? You speak over it. Say, hey, I want to remove Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch energy off of these cards or off of this journal. You can sage it. You can use your sage to remove my energy. Even when I order decks, I clean them because, people make them and I may not like their energy, but I clean everything. Cancers, you know what I'm talking about. Even if I go to a yard sale, I'm cleaning anything that I purchase. If I go to the Goodwill, I'm cleaning anything that I purchase. It's so important to do so. You know what I mean? Always. But I thank you. But I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. And for those of you who recently started following me, don't forget to follow me on my YouTube platform. And I just started, my goodness, I keep forgetting that Twitch. I just started Twitch. I don't have a video yet. I just signed up for it a few days ago. But I will be doing a video on Twitch today. My first video on Twitch, and I'll be doing that at 9 p.m. I'll be doing that, and that's going to be a Pisces reading. I'm going to do a Pisces reading on Twitch at 9 p.m. That's my first video on Twitch. But I send to you all nothing but love and light. Good night. And thank you for the gifts. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the new followers. Thank you.